mishaps still. Scale. Like,
That's stinky.
not embarrassing in different ways, but still embarrassing.
Sorry.
Or not the Scott.
In
It's
the
all good.
background.
I know
Hey.
what you mean.
Well, thanks for games, homies. I appreciate
Games!
hanging
Thanks
with
for
Happy
having
yes,
me.
birthday,
you.
whatever.
Yeah,
Game.
the herpa burf and the pertner and the burp burp.
Party.
Oh
Come
yeah.
on, Barbie. Let's go party.
Yeah.
All right,
Barbie.
friendos.
Oh.
Come on, Barbie, let's go party.
Brody,
Love-
take your fucking
love.
formal clothes off. You don't want your flannel getting all knickered up.
Is there
Oh
ever
my
gonna be a
god.
co-op
Jesus
Power Sims?
Christ. Closed captioning. Remind me to fucking...
Ooh.
Yeah, ooh. Please.
Yeah, I'm out.
Anyway.
Oof.
Oh
Good night, everyone.
no.
Yeah, thanks, closed captions. That's really nice.
Yeah, you just saw that, did
Yeah.
you?
All right. Well, anyway, that was a thing.
Said not said. I don't even want to say it.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
don't-
Well, you know what?
don't.
I'll have
it
to
didn't
reach
say
out
the
to a
word.
web
It didn't
captioner
say the
about
actual bad word. It said something close to it.
that. Yeah. Anyway, well, that's
That's all
just.
for now.
All right, moving on.
Anyway, get out of here. Get out of my Discord.
Enjoy Powerwash Simulator.
Jesus Christ. Anyway, apologies for the closed caption bot deciding that it just wanted to spout racial epitaphs. That's weird. I have to write a letter to the devs on that one. Be like, hey, this is a word you should probably delete from your dictionary. Anyway, I think Powerwash is in order. But anyway, I'm glad you had a great time with 14. I'm really enjoying what people have been doing with that game, to be honest. Like, it's so incredible. Something that, when it first came onto the scene, wasn't super great, needed help, and wasn't executed the way it should have been. And now is arguably, I think, one of the best games that has ever existed, you know? That's a little loud. Let me adjust the volume here. Audio. Water volume a little bit down. Down. That seems a little bit better. There we go. That should be pretty. But either way, if you don't know B, I would highly recommend definitely checking out her content. She's a fucking incredible content creator. Does all sorts of incredible things, from 14 to I think she was working on the Somnium Files. I forget what the name of the recent release is. I want to say Nirvana something, but just great tasting games, great tasting humor. I, for one, am here for it. My only complaint so far with Powerwash Simulator, since day one, it's had this weird issue where sometimes the shit that you're looking for, like the tab button highlights like scum that's left on the surface. Sometimes it just doesn't actually highlight anything, which kind of sucks. So having to do this blind is going to be a treat. So this is like the far end. I don't think there's too much content left after this. I'm cleaning a giant hand, Master Hand, if you will. Master Crazy Hand from Super Smash Brothers, what would that be, Melee? Do they? Oh yeah, you're right. Ultimate definitely does. I remember fighting the hand in Go to Bed. You too, Dad. What are you still doing awake? Why are you up at 3? Yeah, I don't have to be up until like honestly 10:30 or so. Got to get ready for yoga, pack up a few things. That's it. That's my Sunday. Travel, drive a lot. Yeah, I'm definitely not the melee or the expert on Smash Brothers. I let my other homies be really good at stuff. Me, I'm just the mediocre cat boy. Positioning in this is super diffy. Horrible sleep tonight. I understand that. I'm just not quite ready. I'll wind down my energy properly. Otherwise, I just kind of lay in bed all listless. And I've at least learned, like, if I'm not ready for bed and I try and force myself to bed, I just get distracted with shit. And then it's like 6 in the morning and I'm like down some weird documentary rabbit hole. And I'm like, damn. So that's what caused the decline of the Byzantine Empire. So, yeah, I just do it until it's like, all right, I can't keep my eyes open, or I just, like, I'm ready to call it a night. I definitely want to continue watching Smotown, who does, kind of like lore videos, or video essays, fan fiction for dudes, on Elden Ring stuff, put out like almost a 2-hour long bit on Melania and the Erd Tree for Elden Ring. Yeah, it's like one of those things, like, you know me though, like we're the same genetically, so like we both never really operate on a full 8 hours of sleep. All right, it's Ayo, SNES, do you got any more updated pics of the renovations, by the way? I'm so jealous of your kitchen. I wanna come cook in it. Let me clean your kitchen. Dude, I got really lucky. I was actually able to pull off the 2-camera cooking stream, and it actually came out pretty decently. I need to put better and taller caster wheels on the cart though. Unfortunately, the amount of pots and pans I have kind of sunk it a little bit. So I gotta do a little manual upgrading on that, but that's okay. You can just get random bigger caster wheels. I'm just gonna drill them right to the, just drill them right in. Honestly, I may put like big like office chair wheels on them. You can finally relax. Nice. Hey, speaking of like relaxing, when you go to the doctor about that foot, cracks, bruh. You gotta go like now, or you gotta go to the doctor. What did you do, SNES? Yes. Oh, yes, it finally started working. Oh, God. I feel for you, homie. That shit would be so fucking debilitating. Like, it really can. It's one of those things, like, once the damage is there, it's not It's not very likely to go away. Unfortunately, it's just kind of like working around the problem and making sure it doesn't get worse. Yes, I was talking to you, Rianne. Well, it sounds like you need a very big, strong cat boy to come and lift your heavy things. I'm reminding everybody to go to the doctor. Apparently that's my job. Also, take your medications if you haven't today. Now's a great time to take them. Stay hydrated, brush your teeth, eat healthy food. Have you gone on a walk today? What other great medical suggestions can I make? Are you sure you don't have like fucking gangrene? Yeah, definitely do your best to keep your arthritis in check. Because like, that shit just fucking can roll out of control so quickly. Yeah, I'm excited for you to become a Super Saiyan. It's not gangrene? Good. That's so weird. It's like, hopefully you can figure out like what it is and get it treated properly. It just seems so weird, and look, the body does amazing things, but sometimes I'm very confused as to how the body can just manage to fuck itself up so bad just by existing. Go to bed, Chris. Get out of here. Would you be okay being a blonde? I mean, I can. Actually, I really can. But like, look, that's not the damn point. You've always wanted to be blonde? Go for it. Yeah, why don't you take Ashy on a walk, Chris? Be a responsible pet owner. Anyway. Dumb jokes aside. I hope whatever I'm doing after this one isn't as difficult as this one has been, because this one has been quite the tricky Ricky. Speaking of Ricky, I love Sarah. I at first I didn't really like when my hair was bleached, and now I've just grown used to it because it generally just gets me excited for the fact that it's going to be some insanely ridiculous color very shortly. God, this game. All right, what do we got left? Webbing. Seriously, what the hell is still left? Fin spines, arm, fins, proximal finger phalanges, distal finger phalanges, wrist. Okay. This is such a nightmare. Okay, proximal finger phalanx, which is the first knuckle. Okay, it's this one. This statue is just fucking pure hate. Go. One distal. Saw it left right there. It's gonna be finger 3. Finally. Nice. Ah. My neck, my back, it all hurts. All right, what do we got next? A fishing boat? Fuck yeah. Dude, I love fishing boats. Like, as a kid, I absolutely loved, and I mean, to this day, I still do. I love Deadliest Catch. That show, so cool. I get it. Y'all can call me a dork. That's the real reason I'm not... That's the real reason I didn't sign up for the Twitch Bachelorette, is because I'm a tremendous dork. Oh yeah, speaking of, I should probably do that. If y'all don't know Elle as well, another really neato content creator, check her out. She is doing all sorts of really cool and innovative stuff, like hosting a Twitch Bachelorette thing, and I think it's absolutely hilariously wonderful. I'm still rooting for Fendi with a big muscle, like a big muscle daddy VTuber model. Like, I think that's going to be the winner. Anyway, how's the audio bounce? Water seems like it might still be a little bit too loud. At least just from like what I'm getting, like hearing feedback and seeing like EQ wise. Also, there's no way a prop this small is moving a boat that big. I'm sorry, the physics just aren't there. I mean, I can imagine not being a dork, but like, I don't think it's very likely. be honest, boats are really cool. I was on this kick for a pretty long time. Pretty long time. I mean, like, I don't know, probably 2-3 weeks straight a night, just for some reason obsessively reading about nuclear submarine disasters. I can honestly, realistically think of nothing that is potentially terrifying, but also kind of calming at the same time as, like, being trapped in a nuclear submarine at the bottom of the ocean. Because, like, at one point, yeah, it's absolutely terrifying. Like, I couldn't think of a worse place to be. A worse place to be stranded, but at the same time, like, eventually you kind of have to, like, make peace with that fact, and you just kind of, oh, it is what it is. But, like, the type of absolute ridiculous, just mental fortitude. Like, yeah, what do you want to do for a living? Oh, I want to stay submerged underwater for 6 months straight with a bunch of other dudes and hope that nothing bad happens. Like, whew, that is some level of dedication there, let me tell you. Ooh, that anchor's gonna be a son of a bitch. Also, my nose do the itch. You hate deep water, so what you're saying is you have thalassophobia. I'm the opposite. I don't know what the technical term is, but, like, the concept of deep open water actually excites me. I don't know if any of y'all are into, like, back rooms or know what that is, but it's kind of like this, like, if you're familiar with, like, SCP, it's something very similar, but basically, like, you kind of glitch out of reality into different planes of existence that don't quite make sense, but it's, like, entirely, like, user generated and curated lore, which is really cool. But, like, the concept of just, like, ending up in a place where realistically you may not have a chance ever to make it back to, like, your normal reality doesn't bother me. I think it'd be really cool, like, just being an explorer, like, for the rest of your life. Very minimal, if not any human contact, but just out there charting and mapping. I think it's really cool. It's just, like, kind of almost imagine yourself being like the Mars rover. I don't mind it. It's weird. I find peace and comfort in some of the most absurd settings. Like, I don't know if that's like a mental thing for me, or it's just, like, kind of who I am and just kind of how I function better. But, like, that, like, I find some of the most calming environments, like being at very hardcore metal shows, riding motorcycles and driving at very high speeds. Like, I don't know, I find, like, this weird level of comfort and peace with it, and it helps relax me. I don't know. Maybe there's just something wrong with me. Who knows? I know that I'm definitely not cleaning this entire ship tonight, though. I will tell you that much. And that rope's gonna be a bitch. Yeah, like a bathoscope? Bathoscope's cool. Swimming in deep water is totally fine. I don't mind it. I mean, and that's, like, a really, really interesting thing to think about. Like, you know, we consider ourselves such masters of the world and like the earth, and we're knowledgeable, and we know about so many animal species, but like when you put it into perspective, like in terms of what we know about the ocean, which covers like 2/3 of the fucking globe or more, we know very little about the ocean and what exists in it. Same thing with like the Amazon. And like we've burned down like what, half the goddamn Amazon at this point, and like we're still finding new shit weekly there. It's just incredible, like the biodiversity and like just density of incredibly new and unfound species between that. Like I get it, like obviously we should probably know a little bit less about the ocean, you know, like percentage wise, because it is so big, but like it's like I think we've mapped only like I think it's under 5% of like the ocean floor, which is crazy. I actually wanted to be a marine biologist as a kid, and my parents talked to me. Well, my mom and stepfather talked me out of it because like, yeah, so you just want to be poor for your entire life? I was like, no. Like, yeah, why don't you go to college and, I don't know, get a business degree? And I was like, yeah. So I got a history degree, and now I'm spending the rest of my life poor and in debt. Winning. Now, I definitely learned a lot about Jacques Cousteau and, like, the Titanic as a kid. Like, I was very fascinated. Like, I always find, like, things that I don't know about very fascinating. I enjoy learning. I enjoy the learning process. Honestly, it's why I enjoy speedruns too. I think it's just because like there's always something to learn. There's always something to get slightly better at. And like, I guess I'm competitive, but not in like the competitive against others sense. Like I want to see like what the best version of it. Like what is my ultimate form? What is my final power level? Does it ever stop? And if any of you do fall asleep to this, glad I could help you. Sleep's hard to come by. Ask me. I'll tell you how I know. Ugh. Yeah, I guess to the fellow night owls, feel free to keep me company. If you have any questions in chat, feel free to ask them. It can be literally about anything, you know, as long as it's not like offensive or derogatory or insanely personal. For you. Yeah. Or you can just vibe. Always just vibe. That is 1000% allowed. Don't listen to what the idiots on Twitter say that lurkers aren't important, or if your stream's under 50 viewers, you should just give up. Don't. If you're doing it because you enjoy it, do it. Continue to stream. Continue to stream as like why is the sky blue? I believe that's because of ozone, actually. And the way it works, it filters out pretty much every other color on the spectrum that we as humans can see, except blue. There's also some very interesting studies, like as we continue to learn more about animals. Like, just for instance, I know the mantis shrimp, which is a really, really cool animal, actually can see more colors than we can. Like, colors that we don't even recognize that exist. A lot of insects and, like, marine creatures have, like, way better vision than we do. What about global warming? It's entirely real. That's why I am so excited. I live in a 750 square foot apartment. I cook every day. All of my lights are LED and smart controlled and very, very efficient. We have one gaming PC, a workstation PC, a TV, and a little air conditioner. My electric bill last month was $200. $200 fucking dollars to keep 700 square feet at 75 degrees Fahrenheit. It is way too fucking hot. My actual biggest concern this year is the fact that I think unless things very drastically change, the Rhine River is actually going to be impassable at certain points because it's just the drought is so fucking bad. And that's going to cause another global shipping grind because barges aren't going to be able to go up the Rhine. Which is great. We need another fucking inch in the supply chain. Like, I don't know. I need to staple my dick to my leg and call it. I wouldn't even call it anything. Just staple my dick to my leg. Yeah, mantis shrimp are incredibly strong. Very, very interesting animal. True facts of the mantis shrimp. If anyone remembers that video. Yeah, it was really cool. Like, honestly, my partner's birthday was a couple of days ago, so I took them to the Baltimore Aquarium, and we'd both been as children, but like I haven't been there in like 2 decades. But it's so incredible, and honestly, it's the first time, honestly, in my life I've really experienced something and been like, damn. I remember this being so huge and mind-blowing as a child, and now it's like, that's actually pretty small. Nothing against it, you know, they're working with what they got. I think it was just one of the, like, it's one of those moments that I had where I realized, like, damn, I'm finally growing up. But, like, it was really cool to just kind of, like, almost in retrospect, like, remember the few times that I'd been there before. And just kind of remember what it was like to be a kid for a little bit. This was cool. If there's anything I'm always on about in this stream, I think it's really, I like people to continue to learn and educate themselves. Even if it's not anything life or globe changing, like learn something new every day. Keeps your brain sharp. For me, I mean, maybe that might be delving into my personal fears of Alzheimer's and or Parkinson's or memory loss and dementia. But, you know, is it really a bad thing to continue to educate yourself and to learn? I think not. Active camouflage is so cool. We actually, so the National Aquarium actually has some like really cool, I don't remember their names, but they were like, dude, just the ability that certain animals have to just literally like, I think it was a variant of like the octopus family, but like it literally just looks like a rock and it just kind of floats around on the floor as an ambush predator. Very similar to like anglerfish and monkfish and stuff like that. By the way, for those of you that enjoy a good like fish taco, monkfish, very good for that. But if you've never seen a monkfish in real life and are easily squeamish, I would recommend that you never look up what a monkfish looks like because you'll probably never want to fucking eat it again. Same thing with orange roughy. I guess we're going to play Celador, unless we want to keep it more comfy. I'd vote comfy. Yeah. Let me roll back. Oof. It's really cool. Animals are fucking dope. The world is really fucking dope. I mean, don't get me wrong, the world's a little bit shit right now. But, like, I still... I think that's... not like... feeling of wonderment. Well, there's always something new and incredible. Sometimes just gotta change your perspective. This is a huge ship. What time do we have? Almost 3:30. Alright, I won't put too much more into this. I should probably get some rest. I initially woke up at like 7:30 today because I was so excited. I just wanted to hang out with the community and give away all these fucking like prizes and games that I'd like assembled and cobbled together. It feels good. I really love being able to fucking give back to the community when I can. But tomorrow's definitely going to be a long one. I'm going to get up, do yoga, take care of my dad, check in on my stepfather, say goodbye to my stepsister. And then I'm going to come here. I'm going to stream my ass off. And we gon' get ready for ARPG Me on Monday. Get back to the work week. Hopefully the next couple of weeks of work are a lot easier, considering half of our workforce won't be fucking on vacation all at the same time. I've had no supervisor directly for like 2 weeks, so it's been a fucking shit show, and it's been a lot to manage and a lot of hand wrangling, and a lot of just fucking hopes and prayers, baby. I gotta prime up some video too. If I get the chance before I leave, I will try and at least get the moto vlog rendered so I can release it like maybe Monday. Actually, maybe Tuesday, probably, because I won't really have anything else to kind of throw up. Oh yeah, hi, I'm Kios. I ride motorcycles and cook. Do all sorts of ridiculous shit. Yes, I would love to see a cool video of a squid. Speaking of squidding, it's a general reminder from me to anyone that actively rides as well. I know it's super hot as fuck out all the time here in America, but that's no excuse to never wear safety gear. Dress for the slide, not the ride. Signed someone who crashed their motorcycle for the first time this year. It did not feel great. It does not feel great, and I hope no one else ever does it. That shit sucks. I was lucky. Mine was only at like 25, 30 miles an hour and my own fault. That shit sucked. It took forever for my shoulder to not hurt. And it took quite a few weeks for me to kind of get over the fear of riding a motorcycle again. But I did, but that shit fucking hurted. Let's screen here. That's so fucking cool. Animals are so goddamn. I assume it's trying to like blend in with the hand. Bruh. That's so fucking cool. Yeah, it was fine. I just went over the handlebars at like 30 miles an hour. It sucked, but it didn't hit my head. Wore a helmet. I have a padded jacket I wear. Jeans and boots, even though it's 95 degrees out. And my motorcycle is a black sports. It gets hot, understand. But you know what? I'd rather be able to walk away from something like that than end up in the hospital. Mainly because we can't afford fucking healthcare here in this country anyway. Heyo. I need to make a sad version of that for when I make a point, but it kind of sucks. I need to make the thanks I hate it version of a air horn. Yeah, exactly, Heat Boot. Inverse air horn. I mean, I could just take the audio file and reverse it. I don't see what that sounds like. Okay, right there. There we go. What? I hate it. Yo, what's up, Fad? Can I, like, adjustable pitch shift this? That did nothing. That's not sad, that's just silly. Okay. Whoa. All right.
I have a theory that all great art is born from cultures that are suffering or ones that should be.
Yep, pretty much.
I'm 26 and not yet desperate enough to hook a car battery up to my sounding rod and digivolve into the type of person who enjoys it when the game cheats just because I eventually won anyways.
There we go. I'm on to something. I'm on to something. I mean, to be fair, that is like low key. I stole this from a chamois.
I have a theory that all great art is born from cultures that are suffering or ones that should be.
In all honesty, it's one of those things. I heard it and I was like, I had to play it back a couple of times in my head, and I was like, you know what? That's pretty fucking true. Literally, most of like the pieces of art that I really hold in high esteem are literally from like just born of suffering and just raw human emotion. P.S. Support artists. Never haggle with an artist. And if you're a decent artist and you're not sure how to market yourself to make a decent living as an artist, might I suggest drawing furries? Oh yeah, dude. My artist friends that don't know how to turn tips off in invoicing get absolutely just destroyed. Yo, Aki, what's up, homie? How are you? My fellow they thembo, how are you? No, thank you. I appreciate it. How was your stream? What were you up to? Ah, yes, my favorite game, Retro. Tell me more about Retro. So many of my friends play it, but I just don't understand it. Doing good? Hell yeah. Yo, let's go. DMC is such a very interesting series. I enjoy it. I know the speedrun frustrated the absolute pants off of me, but I had such a blast with it in the long run, you know? There's been a lot of really cool arcade games that have dumped. I know Capcom just put out a whole, like, monster compilation. Our boy Bobby was playing it recently. Y'all don't know Bobby. Definitely highly recommend. Incredible content creator, full-time streamer. Fabulous dude. Absolutely fabulous dude. Love him to a million tiny pieces. But at least today I've like learned a few things. My hobbies have started to finally rub off on chat. Maybe I will eventually build up the balls to open up keyboard commissions. I would love to build custom keyboards for homies. Yeah, they really have. Like I've really been impressed. A lot of game companies have really started listening to their fan bases, and wouldn't you know it, the results have been insanely positive. It's almost like when they ask us what we want and we tell them and they give it to us, like, everybody's happy. It's weird. They make money, we get shit we want. It's weird. It's almost like how capitalism should work. I'm super excited. I gave away 3 of them today. They're nothing fancy. They're like the 3D printed ones, but I might debate just kind of making those. Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm horrible. I've actually this year's like the first time where it's like I don't have time to play this game, but I'm going to get it right now and force myself to play it. But yeah, so the next couple of weekends, we'll be doing some keyboard building streams. I may have Tala on if she's available. I'd love to get Key in here, but I just don't think that's gonna fucking happen at this point. But You know, I really enjoy just kind of every once in a while just slowing shit down. I genuinely enjoy these kind of streams where sometimes I don't actually have to put on a grand show. You know, I can just kind of intermingle freely. I don't have to focus my attention on speed runs or splits or, you know, making sure I'm at least making progress in my casual playthrough so I can get on to the next game that's fucking congesting my backlog like my goddamn sinuses during allergy season. But yeah, we made a lot of cool. I made a lot of cool things happen today, and the community has been just ultra supportive. So it's been super fucking cool. But I think I definitely might look into pursuing opening up my like skills in building keyboards for those that aren't like super sure about it, or just, you know, can't be bothered and just want me to assemble the damn thing for them and make sure everything works properly or lube their switches or whatever. So, I don't know, maybe something that I can use for content. I'm really excited with how the cooking stream went. We got both cameras working, which is really cool. So I was able to transition from like a top-down camera and have the front-facing camera. So that is really neato to me. Yeah, just my DMs are always open. Just like shoot me a DM. And, like, tell me kind of, like, what you want out of your keyboard, like, what size, what you're looking for, what your budget is, and I can, like, look around and see what I can find. Or maybe we can Frankenstein something together, find, like, a cheap case and find a PCB and plate that fit it, and I can just kind of make it work. Like, trust me, I'm not in it to make a living off it. I'm in it to help people enjoy stuff that is honestly, from what people have told me, very intimidating. Yeah, no worries. There's never any rush. And like for me, like I love just doing that. Like sitting here on a Saturday afternoon, just like shooting the shit with chat about just whatever randomness comes our way. And, you know, soldering and building a keyboard. Yo, 3 months. Thanks, Ashley. Super appreciate it.
Just realized my Prime finally dropped off.
Tell me your take on it. Damn, girl, you shit with that ass? Fuck. I don't have an issue with it. You all make me eat pickle candy canes. Like, why would pineapple crust pizza bother? Look, I'm a very large proponent. You know what? Even though it is from Pizza Slut, they did it right. Because I'll be very honest with you. If you're gonna hold the opinion of, oh, pineapple belongs on pizza, let's be honest. Pineapple belongs on pizza, but you can't just throw pineapple on pizza with red sauce. You need to add something to counterbalance that sweetness. Generally, I recommend at base ham. Ham's a great way, or bacon. Some people go a little outlandish, I think, with salami or pepperoni, but you need some saltiness to cut against the sweetness. Otherwise, it's just very, you know, I don't exactly know the word to describe it. It's just not as good as it could be. Hell, if you want to go high tier, throw some jalapenos in there too. Jalapenos, ham, pineapple. Get a little bit of spice, get a little bit of sweet, get a little bit of salt. All blends together to make a very, very nice flavor experience. Also, if you're just throwing raw pineapple on pizza, you're doing it wrong. Please grill it first, or heat it, roast it, do something with it. Don't just slap it on there. That's like literally that's the pizza topping version of literally no foreplay. there's no reason to eat pizza with a fork and a knife, unless for some reason you're like really, really dressed up and you just want to make sure nothing bad happens to your outfit. Might I recommend just doing what I do and stripping down naked in the middle of the restaurant and eating. So anyway, that's how I'm no longer allowed in PF Chang's. We have a PF Chang's near us. I've honestly not gone to it because I find it mediocre. That's like the only unfortunate thing about learning how to cook and like starting to really excel at it and be good at it is like you never want to go out to eat anymore. It's like, yeah, I can make the same thing at home for half the price and it'll taste better. Look, my social worker said if I get any more trouble with mall security, that he's gonna take my puppets away. I'm so full of shit. Hold on. Allow me to play this, please, before we go any further.
The stories and information posted here are artistic works of fiction and falsehood. Only a fool would take anything posted here as fact.
Crew!
7 hot dogs?
7, yeah.
A day.
Is that high?
Look, I come prepared. I come prepared so I don't have to keep my lawyer on retainer. Alright, here's the question of the night. Do I make myself another cup of tea and just kind of stay up for another hour because I'm really enjoying power washing? Or do I become a responsible adult at the young age of 32 and just go to bed like a normal adult? That was a great question. Also, I'm going to have to figure out a way to hot toggle all of those. I'll just manually think. You vote going to bed? That's because you're a pussy, Hoot Hoot. Nah, I respect your decision. I know. I just looked over. We've been doing this for 15 hours. I've gone longer. This dirt is super resistant. I love Hoot Boot. Hoot Boot's one of my favorites. Hoot Boot's generally here almost every night. Very rarely says anything. I guess looping back to that long overarching statement about content creation, like lurkers are my favorite. They really are, you know? Y'all just do your thing. I'm your background noise. I'm the voice inside your head. Waste your time on me. Yo, I wish I had cake. I do my squats. I eat my rice and cabbage. But I still got small booty problems. Sucks. I tell you, having very minimal ass makes sitting on things awfully painful. Which is why the fucking, literally my ass still hurts from my fucking 3-hour motorcycle ride. Jerry Jambalaya. You ever heard of freak waves? Yes, rogue waves. They're very interesting. Terrifying and catastrophic, but rogue waves are just such a weird concept. To be honest, I mentioned Deadliest Catch earlier. That actually is not like the first, but like some of the most conclusive proof and video evidence of rogue waves. Because they happen so frequently on that show. But like stuff like that wasn't really documented because no one sent a bunch of ships out into the open ocean and like had film crews attached to them. Squats and lunges and stuff for cake. Girl, you're lucky, dude. Due to your genetics, you probably already are gifted with a little bit of cake. Whereas my fucking simpleton white European ass is fucking flatter than, I don't know, the water out there. Alright, quick nautical check. If I'm standing this way, which direction is port? No Googling. I'll be watching. I have no cake. I've been working my ass off. All I've ended up with abs, eyes that can. So, I mean, I guess a win. The opposite of starboard. You know, you can go to bed at any point in time, Hotbot. I will not miss you. Asshole. No, it's to the left. Left is port because when you want to drink, it's very sad when there's hardly any port left. I don't know, some old English guy taught me that. Have I tried to convince you all to watch the BBC farming series that I'm desperately in love with, even though it's actually not produced by the BBC? It's one of my favorite documentary series ever. I love it. It's on Absolute History. Starboard's right, port's left. Bow is to the front, stern is to the rear. Yeah, it's literally if you open up YouTube, Aki, you can type in BBC Farm, and it's the BBC. I think it was on BBC at one point, like BBC 3, but it's they do one that's like 13th century medieval castle, and they work on building a castle and living the life of like a normal person from the 13th century. They do one for Tudor monasteries, which is like around the 1500s. And then there are ones for Edwardian, Victorian, so like the late 1800s, early 1900s. And then they do like a World War II farm. I love it. Like, I'm such a dork. Like, I literally have a degree in history because I'm a tremendous fucking dork. But it's very interesting, like, how some of that stuff is detailed and, like, the lengths that people have to go through. Like, one of the ladies on it, Ruth, I love her. I wish all teachers were like her because she is so enthusiastic about what she learns, but like part of her specialty is like societal norms in history and like how culture is preserved and like stuff that like you wouldn't really like find in a history textbook, you know, because it's like stuff that realistically in the grand scheme of things when you're trying to you know, explain historical concept impacts, it's not like the big stuff, but like the daily day-to-day life rhythms, you know, like dress codes, like what fashion was popular, you know, what were the activities that were, you know, like, you know, very popular, how did people socialize, like what type of dance and music, like that. Yeah, it's there are so many of them. Like during the early stages of the pandemic, my buddy Trife got me hooked on them, and then I saw they had other series, and it's just like, it's instantly like, that's one of my comfort things. Like if I really can't sleep, I toss that on. Oh, when you're looking for a drink, it's always sad when there's no port left. The rise of D's nuts jokes. To be honest, every once in a while I get the itch to like say to myself, like, you know what, maybe I should be documenting this. And I guess in a way, streaming is one way to do that. I mean, I don't think anything I do here will be used in any sort of historical record or context besides maybe like the speedrun world records, which is like information for dorks and only people that care about the games that I specifically run. But as a retrospective, like, it's very interesting to see, you know, future historians could use, unironically, a website like Twitch or Twitter to figure out what happened in days, you know, on certain dates, or what society was like, or what the average day was like, you know? Because this information, we're just constantly generating it and putting it out there. Mini Minuteman? Is that the one that does like historical stuff and like breaks it down into like 1 minute bits? Also, if you're into weird like disaster things like I am, check out Plainly Difficult. Dude does a lot of videos about like nuclear accidents, orphan source accidents, stuff like that I find truly terrifying and fascinating at the same time. Like the concept that there's literally probably thousands of devices that are radioactive that are just sitting places completely unattended, completely unabandoned, or completely abandoned, that could cause very serious environmental problems at any point in time. Archaeology. I'm a fan of the archaeology. I actually had to take 2 courses in archaeology for my history degree. If I recall correctly, I think my professor was somehow related to Carolyn Hines. I will let you know, here's your weird fact of the day. If you're into archaeology and the name Carol Hines means something to you, congratulations, you know, probably one of the most prominent archaeologists. Her son, Robert Brown, has a band. His band is called Abney Park. And they do Victorian, steampunk, cyberpunk themed musics. It's very interesting. Would definitely give it a look. They're pretty neato. And they're all like history dorks too. Have you seen the movie starring Robin Williams, House of D? Yeah, House of D's nuts in your mouth. I'll definitely take a look at that, Milwaukee. Literally the entire theme of today's stream has been I consume. I love learning. Do I consomme? Yes. I also port menu, if that helps. Entirely unrelated. I also own a sous vide. Oops. Anyone else got any cool YouTube recommendations for me? Stuff to check out? Especially if it's educational in any way, shape, or form. Love shit like that. I'm a huge dork. I like to exercise. I also consider the brain to be a muscle. Although elasticity is definitely a thing. I'm really annoyed this main deck still isn't technically cleared. Yep. Orcas are dope. Like, it was really cool. So I took Shelby, like I mentioned, to the Baltimore Aquarium, and like we did actually a behind the scenes tour of like the shark enclosure, but like we got to check out like the food prep area, and like they were telling us like how they literally train the sharks and stuff to like feed properly, and you know, like how they treat them when they get sick, and like it's so mind-blowing like how complex and smart some of these fucking animals are. Again, it goes back to the thing where so smart, and like, to be honest, we're fucking not. Yeah, I didn't post too many pictures, but yeah. So like we were able to go back into like the feeding area and like the nursing area, and the feeding area is really cool. It's like literally just this catwalk that's maybe 2-3 feet above the water, and the sharks just in there. They be swimming around. It was definitely a neat experience. I'm gonna be honest. It was only like an extra $35 a person, so it was like basically you bought yourself almost 2 tickets to the aquarium, but it was so worth it. It was like a neat little hour tour, and like it all goes back into like maintaining the aquarium too. It's super cool. Yeah, I'm lucky. We have 2 aquariums really close to us. We have Camden and Baltimore. It's very educational. All I can instill in you, Hoot is please remind your childrens to not bang on the glass, please. 1, keep your hands off it. It's fucking gross. 2, fish and marine vertebrae are very sensitive to vibrations. Oof, yeah, that sounds like an overnight trip and then get up and go early in the morning. What do you mean? Kios, all caps, cheeky. The only one you'll ever need. See, in the deep ocean, the speed of a gravity wave is directly proportional to the square root of its wavelength. Sorry, I can only make fruit bread. Or fruit cake. I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't know why people be bitching about fruit cake. That shit I made tonight absolutely fucking slaps. Like, definitively. You know, if I didn't know any better, Rian, I'd say you had a weird fixation on my butt. But to be fair, I think it's just funny. I enjoy the fact that 90% of what goes on here isn't actually taken seriously. That's how I know I've made it, and I'm comfortable with my friends. You can. Traditionally, brandy is the alcohol of choice, especially when it comes to like a lot of cooking and sauce making, because it has a very strong flavor. I just don't keep booze in the house as someone who's in recovery. Even if it is baking, even if you bake all the alcohol off, that just means there's still like fucking, you know, bottles just chilling around. And while I trust myself with a lot of things, why add any pressure? My life is very, very difficult the fuck as it is. I don't need to intentionally make it much more harder on myself and easier to fail. I do that every day. Yeah, I would probably recommend brandy. Or if you want it to have more of like a spice kick to it, I'd say up the cinnamon a little bit, up the allspice and nutmeg, and go with like a spiced rum. Would not be a bad call either. Oh, okay. You know, I did that thing where I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna do a little bit of it. We are 310. Now I'm not hyped about it anymore. I love that, honestly, we've been live for over 15 hours. I'm pretty sure we've talked about 40. Always something about cooking. I also remember that we spent like 30 minutes explaining the virtues of the fennel. Eventually with the discussion leading to, yeah, I just don't like fennel. Oh, no. I said whenever my friends, like, if I commission an artist and they don't turn their tips off, I absolutely pass them the tip jar. It's my favorite thing to do. Yeah, super appreciate it. Thank you so much for... I appreciate, like, literally all the support. I know it sounds like in the face of everything that's happened today, like it sounds so blasé. I'm not one of those people that's really good at thanking people, so I try never to put myself in a position where I have to because, you know, fuck it. But seriously, the absolute go up and the homies and other communities have been absolutely, I mean it. Thank you for whether you came in and you gifted me an entire fucking resin printer, Sharky, or you didn't say a goddamn thing, and you've never talked in chat, and you just sat here and thank you. It means a lot. The fact that I hit the go live button literally every day on 1,000 days in a row, there's always more than one that shows up. It means a lot. Glad for a lot of people help you and team. Life can be pretty miserable. Life can be tough. Glad that I don't want to do it alone. Yep. Fucking. I'm just gonna say that my poor delivery people are going to be very busy. Unfortunately, none of them will be delivered. Play. Yeah, that's going to be interesting. I'm going to have to actually start a resin. The good news is, for a bunch of y'all, I basically, if you really hung out today, or you gifted anything, or you gifted subs, even made like a small contribution to anything, feel free to slide into my DM. We'll track you all down. But I'm going to be linking up with a 3D artist by the Oxley, aka Kel. They are really cool dude from Canada. They are going to be making like a 3D model of a logo. Not sure what it's going to look like. I basically said, bro, I trust you. Get slapped. Here is like my character. Here's like me. Here's what I'm into. I want you to live your best life and make it. All good news. They are also in printing and a resin printer and a cartoon printer. And they're like, "Ayo, do you want STL files for this? So like you can take this 3D model and bitch it out?" And I said, "Sure as God wears sandals, I do." So I would be 3D printing a bunch of those keychains and probably some. I just need to figure out the color pathways and the easiest way to do it. Cooking is so important. I will always stress it. It is one of the easiest ways to take care of yourself. Cooking yourself a good meal, getting yourself on a good diet, not only good for your wallet, good for your body, but also good for your brain. Trust me, days that I feel really bad and get this stupid brain rot or don't think I'm fucking get, doubt my abilities, doubt that people are going to show up, I doubt my pussy. Maybe one day I'll finally just crack and all and I don't know, do something so outrageous. Normally those are the days where it's like, alright, I need to have sushi. Lucky salmon. There are no omega-3s here. My brain doing fucking. Which, by the way, I've started to like monitor when it happens, and to be honest, some omega-3 fatty acids start functioning properly. As someone that sleeps on average about 4 hours, the only thing I can do is continue to exercise properly, as good as I possibly. Can I put a heavy piece of concrete on your list? Don't torture the fucking people. Look, I'll only do it if you get like, I'll do like a carton of eggs and maybe delivery. Same day. Gotta be a same day delivery and save the package. I just gotta find a logic or where like I can. I'm not gonna do it right after. Done. I still have it. As it is already. But if you're still here, you're a regular. Reminder, we're not going to be starting until later, probably like 6. Eastern time. Because we'll be busy. Family and taking care of them. So yeah. Slow cookers are a way of life. Improve your life. Do it. It's so great. Literally add protein, add a little bit. Put on low. Come back 4 to 6 hours. Bam. That's a meal. That's how it works. It's like magic. Fuck. You know what? Yeah, I'm actually have trauma. Thought I heard the pulse. Please. Held it together this long, please. But yeah, we're actually. It was a nice, but hours. This is why I didn't do a subathon. Fucking practically pointless. Yeah, man. Give me subs and I'll keep streaming. That. Just... Anyway. Finish this one up next time. But I'm going to call it a night. Thank you so much for the incredible rate. All of the gifts. The subs. Fucking it. Whether you came in as a big spender, or you just... Love you all quite very much. And it's been awesome to spend another year as a partnered streamer and hang out. And take a look back on how far we've grown. Who we've mingled with. Here and not here. Yeah, it's been really awesome. If you want to hang out with us, play video games, you want to learn about cooking, you want to learn about Formula One, you want to talk shit. Yo, Cloud, coming in, 31 minutes. Super appreciate it. You a real one. Also, my apologies if Mick Schumacher doesn't have a seat. I'm sorry.
Happy belated birth, partner month.
I appreciate
Yo, stare.
I haven't said goodbye officially yet. Y'all fucking stop it. Anyway, if you haven't checked out the Discord, it's a great place to hang out. I highly recommend it. Come hang with us. I promise most of us, I can't even say don't bite. We're all a little bit weird. But no, it's a great place to just hang out. If you want to play games with us on the weekends or whenever, you get one ping a week. It's literally just my schedule. That's it. Everything else you can opt into. If you haven't checked out the YouTube, great way to catch up what we've been doing. A good archive of all of our cooking streams. I will have some moto vlog stuff up. That'll be really cool. Apparently I have a new GoPro coming.
I need a gas change on that gears, $5.
Here's $50. Yo, thank you. I'd super appreciate it. Can I end my own stream on my own terms, Rianne? Christ, do you want to come and run the stream for me? Yeesh. We'll definitely thank our friends over at SkyTech. They've been working with me to try and continue upgrade the stream on this end of things, on the hardware side. So if you're in the US, you're looking at computer upgrades, I highly recommend you check them out because they're good to me, they're good to their customers, They have a great product, and I think their price point's really awesome. Check them out. Come swing by one of their streams. They stream Monday through Friday, and I enjoy the shit out of them. They're all wonderful people. If you want to make Rianne's wettest and wildest dream come true and see me dressed up as Fischl, check out the Throne wish list. Also, there's other crazy things on there to help improve the quality of stream, indulge in my passion for cosplay, and to be honest, just improve what I can do. Allow my creativity to expand. Speaking of, another thing I do is 3D prints. The keyboards I gave away today are actually 3D printed. So if you want to commission me for that stuff or anything else you may have in mind, definitely check out the Trello. There's a form in the top left if you want to contact me about 3D prints. And to the right, you'll see a lot of the stuff that I've worked on. I think that's really all I have. If you need anything else, my DMs are always open. But yeah, this has been incredible. Thank you for a wonderful another year. And specifically today, 15 and a half hours of just pure bliss and panic and terror. But either way, good time. I'm glad I could spend it with y'all. Get yourself some rest. We'll be back probably like 6:30, maybe 7 o'clock at the latest tomorrow Eastern. I would say get ready for some Monster Hunter Rise on PC if you have the Sunbreak and the new title update 1. Let's go hunting. Beyond that, I really don't have anything planned. Yeah, I'm gonna get some rest. And y'all, take care. Let's go raid somebody.